Dear valued investors, welcome to Market Insight BRI Manajemen Investasi. In this session, we'll explore the latest market updates and uncover emerging trends to help you make informed investment decisions. United States Zone. According to the Federal Reserve minutes from the 6-7 November meeting, participants expressed optimism that inflation is subsiding, while the labor market remained robust, suggesting the possibility of further interest rate cuts. The U.S. economy expanded at an annualized rate of 2.8% in Q3 2024, unchanged from the advanced estimate. However, this growth has slowed compared to 3% in Q2. Personal income rose by 0.6% month-on-month basis in October 2024, marking the largest increase in 7 months. Meanwhile, personal spending increased by 0.4% month-on-month basis in October 2024, slowing from the 0.6% month-on-month rise in September 2024. Key data released this week include November's non-farm payroll, which are expected to show an addition 183,000 jobs, compared to the 12,000 jobs added in October. The unemployment rate for November is projected to remain at 4.1%, similar level as in October. China Zone. Manufacturing activity in November has entered an expansion phase as the Caixin Manufacturing PMI rose to 51.5 versus 50.3 in October. Indonesia Zone. Indonesia's manufacturing sector remained in contraction in November, with the S&P Global Manufacturing PMI recorded at 49.6, relatively flat compared to 49.2 in October. The inflation rate for November to be released this week is predicted to record 1.5% year-on-year or 0.26% month-on-month, compared to an inflation rate 1.71% year-on-year or 0.08% month-on-month in October. Foreign exchange reserves for November, also to be released this week, are expected to record $152 billion, an increase from $151.2 billion in October. Market view. Jakarta Composite Index declined by 1.13% week-on-week to 7,114.27. This week has relatively few catalysts. Domestically, November inflation data, which is projected to remain stable, and expectations of an increase in foreign exchange reserves should have a positive impact on JCI. Additionally, the performance results of the banking sector for November are expected to provide additional positive momentum for the JCI. Foreign investors recorded a net sale of 4.25 trillion Indonesian rupiah over the past week. YTD inflow, 21.56 trillion Indonesian rupiah. The three sectors with the lowest return were energy, technology, and basic materials, which declined by -4.41%, -3.54%, and -2.62% respectively on a weekly basis. On November 29, 2024, the yield on the 5-year benchmark government bond, FR0101, remained flat at 6.71%. The yield on the 10-year benchmark, FR0100, remained flat at 6.82%. The yield on the 15-year benchmark, FR0098, stayed flat at 6.96%, and the yield on the 20-year benchmark, FR0097, remained unchanged at 7.03%. The yield 10-year Indon bond, Indon 34, dropped to 5.07%, while the 10-year U.S. Treasury yield fell to 4.17% compared to their positions on November 22, 2024, which were 5.17% and 4.41% respectively. Indonesia's risk premium, as reflected by the 5-year credit default swap, rose to 74.49 basis points. The rupiah appreciated by 0.17% week-on-week to 15,848 Indonesian rupiah. Foreign ownership in the government bond market as of November 26, 2024, was recorded at 871.58 trillion Indonesian rupiah, 14.57% of the total outstanding, a decrease from the position on November 22, 2024, which stood at IDR 873.75 trillion, 14.61% of the total outstanding. The Fed implemented an expansive monetary policy in 2024 by lowering the benchmark interest rate year-to-date by 75 basis points. US is still on track for a soft landing, as the economy is predicted to grow 2.1% year-on-year in 2024 and 2% year-on-year in 2025. Bank Indonesia is also expected to implement an expansive monetary policy in 2024, which will have a positive impact on Indonesia's economic growth. The bond market is expected to respond positively at first due to the improving macroeconomic condition, which will then be followed by positive performance at the JCI. That concludes today's Market Insight. Stay tuned for more updates and follow us on social media. See you next week in the Market Insight BRI Manajemen Investasi.